A court in Pakistan has indicted former Prime Minister Imran Khan and remanded him in custody for 8 days. It comes a day after he was arrested by paramilitary troops from Islamabad's High Court. Khan is facing charges of illegally selling state gifts. Now, the government has approved sending troops to the region of Punjab to quell protests there. Angry demonstrations broke out on Tuesday following news of Imran Khan's arrest, with his party calling on supporters to shut down Pakistan. We can now bring in Farzana Shaikh, Associate Fellow at the Royal Institute of International Affairs at Chatham House. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us here on France 24. Violent protests have broke out following the news of Imran Khan's arrest yesterday. Do we expect those to continue now that this judge has remanded it into custody for 8 days?
Short answer is yes. The question is, how are the authorities going to react? Are they going to let this play out for a bit before moving, to crack down on the protesters? Or are they expecting the protesters themselves to get exhausted in due course of time? But
Farzana, I want to jump in there
way,
because we do sort of see how the government has reacted. Now, we do know that troops are being dispatched in the region of Punjab. We do know that there have been curbs to social media platforms. 4G has been blocked, essentially, according to our correspondent there. They can only communicate using Wi-Fi at people's homes. So we do know that the government is clearly scrambling here.
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking, and troops, by the way, have also been are being sent to KP province on the province bordering Afghanistan. So I think really the authorities are making sure that at this point they will seek to exercise full control. But of course, it is a very volatile situation. And just this morning, we saw terrible pictures of the state broadcasting house in Peshawar, the offices of Radio Pakistan up in flames. So the situation can deteriorate any further. There's no question of that. It's really, to put it, not to put too fine a point on it, a waiting game. I think both sides are simply waiting to see how this is going to pan out.
Farzana, yesterday we had the protesters storm the army headquarters in Rawalpindi. Imran Khan has made no secret about what he feels about the country's army general. Has he picked the wrong person to go up against?
Well, it's a bold move on his part because, as we know, many political leaders in the past have also been in confrontation with the military, but not quite on this scale. This is, by all accounts, unprecedented. But I think there is another more serious point to be made here, and that is, of course, credible reports that the military institution itself is under pressure from divisions within it, divisions between the military high command that is seen widely to be hostile to Khan, and the rank and file who are believed to support him. And I think this must be of very great concern to the current army chief.
What in your opinion, explains Imran Khan's popularity in Pakistan? Because if elections were to be held, by all accounts, he would be in the country's top job.
Yes, I think there are two.
But what explains it? Because he was prime minister up until April of last year when he was ousted in that no confidence vote. But all the things we're seeing going wrong in Pakistan now in terms of the state of the economy, etc., he was in power for a long time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And in fact, in the months leading up to the no confidence vote against him, his popularity was falling. But I think what accounts very largely for his soaring popularity really is the abject failure of the incumbent government to address some of the core issues that confront the country, particularly the economic crisis. And of course, there is great public disillusionment with this government, but also I think generally with politicians and their failure to come around the table and to resume dialogue that is desperately needed if this country is to be able to move ahead.
So what happens now? Because on one hand, if these cases against Imran Khan result in him being barred from public office, his protesters are going to take to the streets, and who knows? We've already seen how much violence has been caused over the past 24 hours. But what risks happening if that does in fact happen?
Well, absolutely. I mean, as you said, it's a very uncertain situation. But I think what can be said with some degree of certainty is that this move, that is to say, to have arrested Imran Khan, only strengthens his position. And if there is to be an election, which at the moment I think a lot of people doubt, if there is to be an election this year, there is no doubt that these attempts, to curb him, to control him, to arrest him, have done wonders or will do wonders for his election campaign, and boost his popularity even further. This was a wrong-footed move, in my opinion.
And it seems that Imran Khan knew what would happen to him, because he did pre-record a video message yesterday on the way to the courthouse.
Yes, I think he had been anticipating this. Though I think it needs to be said that, of course, in March there were a couple of attempts to arrest him, and he evaded those attempts and was protected by his supporters. But yes, I think it's fair to say that he was probably anticipating this arrest, and it is clear that as far as the military is concerned, he was seen to have crossed a red line by naming a very senior serving major general as being one of those who is said to have conspired to assassinate him at a public rally last year.
In November, exactly. Farzana Shaikh, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us on the program today.